What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Look, today we're doing a tleyds VOD review because look right above my head. Look up there. Oh my god, these scores are crazy at tleyds. He's just absolutely smurfing on it. So I thought, let's do a VOD review of him. And he's also somebody who, you know, is trying to, he's not right at, you know, potential rank 1, but, you know, I mean, if he keeps smurfing like this, he can certainly get there. Ooh, look at me, I'm flying around. Okay, so we start off in a Mel's Blessing portal, so just want to make sure that we scout the Mel's Blessing later in the game, and, you know, don't miss that. Start off with Singe Pair plus Vex Pair, so I think Visionary as a comp, I mean, you definitely, like, if you're angling towards Visionary, you're playing more like Morgana Visionary type stuff like we talked about very recently. So, you know, not that interested. I mean, I would be interested in holding on to the Morgana, and yeah, we do end up even just selling off the Zeri because, like, you know, Zeri also a very, very conditional comp these days. If you aren't hitting like perfect, you know, Gwynsu plus an amazing start for Zeri, you probably should not be playing Zeri reroll. So tleyds agreeing with kind of the consensus there. Nocturne as well, kind of another very conditional comp. So yeah, we're gonna sell this off and buy out the shop. I think this makes perfect sense. All right. From an items perspective, we have honestly, any of those 3 slams are actually like real slams. You could go Morello, you could go Garbreaker, you could go JG. Like all of these slams exist as real slams. So I wouldn't be shocked depending on what we take from augment here if we made any of those, but you know, kind of the world's our oyster slam wise. We are certainly leaning AP, right? Even if you make the least AP slam, which is like guard breaker, I guess it would be like Morello into glove is like you could play AD from there pretty reasonably. But yeah, probably not going to take survivor or Titanic Titan. I don't really love these augments very much. You could think about Pandora's, and I think we're doing a quick scout of the lobby to see, like, I mean, we do have Morello or Guardbreaker or JG. Like, we have great items for something like Morgana. We just have no tier, which is kind of important when you're playing Morg. I mean, I guess he's looking at Titanic Titan. The problem is this increases your player health, and Mel's Blessing says at 40 player health. I don't think it works in the way that tleyds is like hoping that it does, where you can just lost streak and then get Titanic Titan value later, like at 65 HP. I don't believe that it works that way. So yeah. Called Shot is interesting, but we just don't have an opener, so I don't think we can really take this. And we see Support in Mind, we immediately reroll, and then see Latent Forge and immediately take Latent Forge. Yeah, I think especially these days, especially in a portal like this where you're already incentivized to lost streak, people love their Latent Forge, I would say. It's just, I mean, getting an Ornn item tends to be really, really good, and there are a lot of Ornn items that do just kind of straight up win you the game. The only downside to Latent Forge is it's so far off that, like, it's really hard to, like, get an Ornn item and like completely pivot your game plan, though. Oof, we almost actually won that fight, and tleyds also just gonna hold a million pairs here because why shouldn't we? We have, you know, a pretty great opener. Now we actually pick up all of these dudes, and yeah, I mean, honestly, almost looking at playing some kind of Visionary setup, but I mean, there are a lot of people holding on to Visionaries. So I mean, I doubt we're gonna play like a Visionary reroll game, but we'll see. I mean, people like Kurum who have already pushed level 4 obviously aren't gonna be playing Visionary reroll, so it's you know, we don't have to worry. Kurum is just going to push levels and play strong sport and play some kind of AP setup, so don't have to worry about that. And hey, we're loose streaking a little bit in the portal that, you know, already incentivizes us loose streaking, so can't feel bad about that either. All right, we have this Rennie that we can pick up here. Just play on the board for a sec here. I mean, we are also holding on to Leona. Like, Leona would be the stronger board, but I think tleyds in this moment, and yeah, we see this guy who is just completely full open, which is actually pretty unfortunate because now we end up winning this fight, and like there's not really much that can be done versus this guy. For us to full open, we'd have to like sell off all of our upgrades essentially. So yeah, tleyds you know, maybe a little unhappy about well, what's going on there, but I mean, you know, that's life. Sometimes your streak gets griefed here. And on Carousel here, we kind of have to commit to a comp. Yeah, we're going to take tier here. And yeah, he's putting in Dominators into the comp. The idea being that we could just play a Dominators game from here. Mana Zane would be good. Looking for stuff that can go on Garen as well. And Any Despair, Anima Visage. I'm surprised to not see the dupe one there that gives you a second one. Tricksters, yeah, it's actually like really bad on Garen and the stats. And then yeah, there are obviously a lot of really, really good ones onto Mordekaiser. So those are like ideas that you can think about. But tleyds makes kind of a different call immediately here and levels and plays Chem Baron, which is a bit crazy. It's also like we do even have 4 Chem Baron here that we could be looking at playing, which, you know, maybe that is what we would, I mean, it actually doesn't matter until you start loss streak, right? It's 15 at 4 and it's 15 at 3, so it actually doesn't matter yet. But I mean, obviously, it's basically free to play this Renata. It was like I was going Rennie, and then I was going Civica, and then I finally found it, Renata. Look, I love Arcane. Arcane is so sick. I will be so much more in tune in set 14 because, I mean, unless they add some other crazy units, I'm not gonna have to like remember all of these Arcane units. Like, it took me so long to remember Steb versus Loris. Like, come on, man, how many times in all of Arcane did they say Steb? Hey, your name's Steb. Like, okay, they said it a couple times, but I mean, not that many. In any case, we're kind of pivoting into this Chem Baron idea, and it's not necessarily, I mean, we'll watch and see a master at play. tleyds, you know, absolutely beasting. And so, you know, we can see how he wants to play Chem Baron, but it's not kind of this like Chem Baron. Well, let's see. We know that we're playing around Chem Baron, and so I don't want to spoil too much because some people don't like when I spoil. But all right, pick up some upgrades here. tleyds, it's kind of interesting because like we made all of these upgrades. These upgrades are going to save us HP, but they do mean that, you know, if we fight a weak board, we are going to win. And it really seems like tleyds is not that, like, especially versus the other Chem Baron player, we kind of know that, like, we are going to lose our Chem Baron streak when we fight that dude. Like that's just life. Like, we have to lose to them. Augment-wise here, yeah, this guy Chem Baron with a blue buff death cap slammed, which is pretty interesting. I mean, he's looking at team building, but like, I mean, it's tough. I don't know about team building here. I was looking at, ooh, we are actually going to take the team building. All right. I was looking at just taking Fire Cell for like econ and feeling chill with that. But yeah, okay. So here we will start to team planner in the idea, which is this cool kind of comp that I think like a lot of people have been leaning into more these days. Also, ooh, this is a nice little swap there to try to maybe grief the other Chem Baron player. But yeah, this is the idea. Is like Visionary Chem Baron. It's pretty easy to fit because you can play Singed and Renata very, very easily, and then you just need one extra unit to play, and it often is Rennie, and then you can play for this Rennie as like a real tank, and the Rennie does a lot of tanking on this board. And you know, Visionaries, especially when you're playing in a vertical Visionary, what do you need? I mean, if you play 6 Visionary, you need some kind of frontline, and Chem Baron having a really, really big Rennie, I mean, does that perfectly. So yeah, it's a cool idea that I think a lot more people have been, you know, getting in on recently. Also, oh my god, wait, we rotated into the Chem Baron player. I mean, our positioning is way worse versus them. Do we lose this? I mean, they actually griefed their positioning pretty hard. We still have upgrades, which is the scary part. If we do end up winning this fight, it would be so tragic. But the Morgana doing work, the Rennie, yeah. Oh my god, it's a beautiful grief from tleyds here, and he keeps his loss streak here. I mean, hats off to the other guy. They FF'd. They actually FF'd after that fight. Oh my god. But did they FF in time for tleyds to win that fight? Wait, because he's at 180 stacks. tleyds still lost that fight, right? We're still loss streaking. We are, okay. Because there is if that person does FF in the middle of that fight, tleyds wins the fight, and then his loss streak gets griefed, and then his game gets messed up. But this player, honestly, Makikuwana, like giga respect to that player to say my game is over, but I'm not gonna grief tleyds. I'm just gonna FF here. That's like actually giga respect to them. That's so incredible. But okay, pick up Lightning Jewel here, which is going to be fantastic. You know, later into the Visionary setup. I think statistically you want it. Yeah, I think it's actually fine on Heimerdinger. You don't like love it on Heimerdinger, but like I think ideally it goes on a Mal's, though I think for some reason the stats don't like it that much on Mal's, weirdly enough. But okay, we're still loss streaking here, 250 stacked. I mean, we are going to at least take a 300 stack cash out, probably a 400 stack cash out, maybe even further than that. We'll see, because we are getting 70 per loss here. It's a little awkward, right? Because 2 losses 140, 3 losses 210. So you would need to go 4 loss here. And yeah, so we are, we're gonna slam versus this board, a little scary. You need to go 4 loss here to actually cash out 500. And 500 is the like, we are winning the game for free type stacks. We do actually make all these slams here and still kill nothing, which is tragic. But I mean, Violet 3 is pretty big. So down to 37 HP. And we do get our cash out here into, wow, Spat and Duplicator here. I mean, these items are pretty decent. Shiver and Bloom, yeah, actually, Yeah, can you hover it over? Thank you, tleyds. This one I think is one that a lot of people rate quite highly. Yeah, I mean, just getting extra healing and shielding is good. Getting the big shield is good. Giving shields to other allies is good. It's just a good tank item, and that's usually what you are hoping for when you play around stuff like this. So I'm curious. Yeah, tleyds really in the tank. Okay, he decides to not take the cash out there, just saying, you know what, I can do better. I'm guaranteed at least a 400 stack cash out here, which, I mean, he's right. Also, this spat here is gonna be interesting. What are we making out of this? Like, I mean, like Black Rose is like easy. I mean, we do have yeah, we have a Forger actually. So I mean, like Black Rose, like if you want to play like a more traditional game would make sense, but I think tleyds is locked in, especially with the blue buff made on the Visionary setup. So a lot of better stuff that we can make out of it, especially with the Reforger here. All right, take another loss here up to 390. So not quite 400 yet. I mean, I think Blazing Soul is perfectly reasonable here. And ooh, this is actually, yeah, wow, I love this. All right, let's roll down. Oh, wow, we found Heimerdinger. I mean, the idea is we can full pivot our board here. We only need 3 Chem Baron in now, right? There's no need to play more Chem Baron than this. And we don't even care if we lose or not, right? We would prefer to win here, actually. So yeah, we're going to reforge. We're going to make the Visionary spat, throw that onto the Jace here, and this is going to be our setup here. We make Morello's here. We need to finish. Yeah, wow, the items, I mean, really, really nice itemization, actually. We get to make triple item on Heimer, we get to make the Shiv and the Morellos here, and we get to make triple tank item here. I mean, this is beautiful. The only downside is if we get like a tank item here, we're going to have to remove one of these items off Rennie, but I mean, that's not that much of a downside. Okay, here's the only awkward part about, I mean, you have to take this cash out, right? Like you, but like something like a Flesh Ripper is, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to do too much. But hey, we can move. Yeah, the double tank items over here. I want him to, I mean, I can just pull up Destabilize Chem Tank, which it's the green one. Okay, so Destabilize Chem Tank here just to, okay, so it is the green one, right? Because the blue one, yeah, this is Chem Tank 2. Wait, is it really the green one? No, that's got to be the blue one, right? Because we cashed out. Yeah, it's the blue one. It's not perfected. But this one also gives a shield. Obviously, the shield scales with the Shimmer Bloom, Shimmer Blossom, whatever one. So like these two kind of have inherent really, really nice synergy in that you're getting shields, and then the shields are getting bigger because of the one that makes your shields bigger, and then you're getting even more shields. And yeah, the Flesh Ripper just kind of has to sit onto the Renata, which is, you know, it's whatever. But we are going to see a very, very, very tanky Rennie. I mean, it's also, remember, 6 Visionary, yeah, and he's kind of hovering over them, like just being like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that these work together so nicely. Honestly, you could even just take Rennie here to guarantee Rennie 3. But the other thing is that, remember, 6 Visionary, the buff to 6 Visionary is that they drain tank up your units, right? All of your Visionaries are essentially getting a mini Gunblade. And so that healing is also increased by the Shimmer Bloom, or Shimmer, is it called Shimmer Bloom? Shimmer Blossom? Shimmer Bloom. I'm a genius, by the way. So you're getting 35% more healing from all of your Visionaries that are healing your dudes. I mean, you have this Jace that's healing all your dudes. The spot, I mean, the setup is just so gross. And this is why people like this this Visionary plus Renata comp so much. It's that Renata becomes an unkillable tank. Look at the amount of shield that she's got, by the way. And the Gargoyle is the perfect third item here. Oh, I wonder if you just take this. I feel like your board is so gross that you could actually just take this. It looks like he's leaning again. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like this a lot because what anomalies like this do is they say, are you strong right now? If you are, I'm going to guarantee you that you can like win out this game. Stuff like this, stuff like Infectious Anomaly, stuff like the attack speed one that similarly like scales up kind of infinitely. This is the exact spot for them. When you are so strong, I mean, look at the shields and healing. She shielded for like 8,000 there. But yeah, like this is the perfect spot for anomalies like this that are scaling anomalies, because, you know, also Heimer is very consistent damage dealer. He's going to do a lot of damage. It's not like he has to secure takedowns or kills. Takedowns he's chilling with, but it's not like he has to secure kills. I mean, that's 11,000 damage. That's 1 stack of AP. Boom, right there. And I mean, as the game goes on, every single round, us doing that is just disgustingly good. Not sure why we did that real quick. I mean, he's certainly holding the Nami. The Nami can be just level up here. We'd also have Academy isn't in here. I wonder what he was gonna. Oh, he's gonna look at items, and yeah, see the Hex armor actually has the best Interesting. The Hex armor actually has the best stats, just to give yourself a bunch of armor and more. Kind of interesting. I'm surprised that that actually has better stats than the other ones, but okay. We're going to take a Giant Slayer here, move Shiv over because we don't need Shiv there. Why we just need Shiv on a unit that attacks. But yeah, you can see Shimmer Bloom there, the second best Hex armor. Yeah, Hex armor really, really nice actually, which is pretty surprising. And then the Chem tank there is like the fourth best. I mean, you know, not bad, certainly not bad. And yeah, I think I think we can be very, very pleased about this setup here. But yeah, I mean, we are just going to see how high this comp can go. We are looking at potentially pushing level 9 down the line. Does he have is that a real fireplace in his room? I just realized, like behind his chair, it kind of looks like it is. That's crazy. Does he really have a real fireplace running? What a world. His entire, I don't really get tleyds' room setup completely. Like, obviously, he's got his PC there, and then he's got this weird, like, bench on the right. I don't know. It's very, I mean, if it works, it works. I just don't really understand how, like, what is, oh, that must be his bed in the left, and then he can look up at the TV there. Okay, I guess I get it. Okay. In any case, Giga Rennie, chilling. We're looking at pushing 9. We're holding the Nami. I talked about this in the last video, but Nami, just a fantastic in when you're kind of looking for a random +1 in Visionaries. Ooh, close fight, by the way, but we do end up winning. And the crazy thing is, when we have a close fight like that, like Share Your Energy, obviously disgusting here, buffing up their entire board. You have a close fight like that, but the next time we fight that player, we might have a ton more AP on this board just because our Heimerdinger is scaling up every single round. I'm not actually sure who QSS is for here. Just it's for an attack speed item, unless we're thinking of like moving it to Heimer or something. Nah, I mean attack speed onto the Renata. I mean it's not bad, and it's once again the shielding from Renata is also scaled up by the Shimmer Bloom. It's just Shimmer Bloom. So I'm surprised that it's not the best one. Ooh, speaking of best one, we are rotating into 7 Black Rose here. We do have the upside where our Rennie is just sitting on this Scion and stunning him back to back. Yeah, we just absolutely cleared the Scion there, actually, just because the Rennie, I mean, is so good at stunning him. And I mean, also Mrot Dog's board there, just not that much going on there. Do you take this? Salvage Contraption here? I know this is, I think this is one that people actually like a decent bit. Just because it does give you that flat damage reduction. Though it's not better than a gargoyle, right? There's no way. Yeah, I don't think it is, but I guess we'll see if he, I mean, he has the removers to move it over he wants to. He throws it onto the Singed for this round. He doesn't even need, well, he does need removers because, yeah, he would have to move the gargoyle off. But yeah, I think we're just going to take it as a generic tank item. The only other upside is that we could, you know, if we had raised the stakes there, then we would get HP to our board, but it's 3 Chem Baron. It's not very much HP at this point. I'm looking, I'm drawn to TG for some reason. We have like no left. It's just Redemption, right? Yeah, Redemption's fantastic here. And we are, you know, just going to be 9, and we're going to roll down here. Looking for Malzahar, obviously, and maybe Heimer 3. Okay, pretty far from Heimer 3. Ooh, there's a Warwick, which is certainly going to do better. And yeah, this is just going to go onto the Rel here. And yeah, Redemption, it's like almost a 4th item onto this Rennie. So, you know, when you're out of tank items, when you're out of useful units to itemize, Redemptions and other aura items in general are, you know, a nice way to go here. And I mean, look at this lobby. We finally pick up the Malz here, who is another huge upgrade onto this board. We can move Jace items over if we want. I'm curious if he does want to actually move the items over. I feel like Morello's has to go over there, but we'll see. Oh, this is the idea. Okay, so yeah, we are going to move these items over. Oh, I thought... Well, I'm not sure why exactly. Okay, in either case, it works. Yeah, we move the items over to the Malz. I mean, Malz is just such a good spreader of Morellos that you kind of have to put the items there. And the tank items onto Warwick, just saying, like, he's actually just guaranteeing that Warwick lives is going to be more important than, you know, having a slightly tankier Rel. The only downside is this Redemption is probably never getting onto our important units, but that's okay. All right. Gonna move, oh yeah, Quicksilver over to Malz, and then this Shiv over there. So yeah, this is a pretty nice setup itemization wise. Rotating into this Heimerdinger dude again, but like I said, this is Cookie's OP regionals player by the way. Cookie's OP actually. So congrats to Cookie's OP for being someone else. Maybe I should do a Cookie's OP VOD review someday. And Cookie's OP just says so lucky. And it's a dub for tleyds. So I don't know. I just thought this was a really fun game. We got to show off the Visionary Chem Baron setup, which is just such a cool way to play Chem Baron. You know, not your kind of like traditional just vertical Chem Baron way, but you know, use all these tank items, make a Giga Rennie, and then GG's. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, check out my Metafy Twitch. I'll put the links down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.